Thank you for being here today. Let's go back to breathing, all right? Close the eyes down. Oh yeah, I'm Rachelle, and I'll be your teacher today. I forgot. Okay, so just start to breathe. Inhale through the sit bones all the way up to the crown. And imagine you could inhale a little more length into your spine just by making this breath last a little bit longer. On every exhale, imagine you could grow visibly softer, letting the shoulders relax, the jaw, face softens. Now see if you can commit for the next hour to staying right here in this moment, in the body. That means out of the head. That means not thinking about what's for lunch or what's tomorrow. It means being right here with this breath. So notice how just by choosing to hold on to this breath a little bit longer, that's choosing to be present, choosing to be right here, fully embodied. See if you can remember every single exhale to soften a little bit more through the shoulders, the jaw, the eyes. We'll be exercising the discipline muscles, the focus muscles. So instead of letting the mind come in and hijack this moment, we'll just continue to say no thanks and stay with the breath. All right? Try to keep this deep connection with the breath as we start to move our bodies. First, we'll just drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Soften the shoulders down the back. Still inhaling length and exhaling softness. Maybe the left fingertips take a little walk out to the left. So like really seriously, every single exhale, find more soft as you draw the shoulders down and let something go. Just by choosing to remember that every time, you're choosing to stay right here instead of letting the mind wander. One more chance to let something go on this exhale. Come back to center. Drop the head down in front and really feel the weight of it, like a bowling ball. Feel the weight of it helping you to open the upper middle back. Keep inhaling length as you keep pressing the sit bones down and lifting the heart. Keep softening the shoulders down. Slowly come back up to center. Inhale, lengthen all the way up through the crown. Drop the left shoulder. Soften shoulders. So you can keep the eyes closed. If they're open, keep your gaze really soft too, but it's focused. It's not moving around. Trying not to fidget or let the gaze dart around at all. Keeping the gaze and the breath steady will help keep the mind steady. Yeah, maybe the right fingertips take a little walk now. Every single exhale, we have a chance to soften and let go. Slowly come back to center and drop the head down. Let it be heavy. See if you can shine the heart forward just a little bit and roll the shoulders back. Let them soften and let the head be a little heavier. And slowly come back up to center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Squeeze your palms together. Lift everything up. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Now we're going to come onto the hands and knees. And get a nice tabletop set up with your fingers spread nice and wide. So even here, we're already thinking about our alignment. Yeah, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And we're thinking about the neck as an extension of the spine. So we look down instead of forward. But we don't let the head hang down. So we're trying to make this nice long line from the sit bones to the crown of the head. But to really press into the hands, draw the belly in and up. Now inhale, peel the right arm up towards the ceiling and twist your heart open. Roll that right shoulder back. Slowly thread the needle, bring the shoulder towards the edge of the mat. Bring your right ear all the way down flat. And soften on each exhale. See how long you can stay with each breath. Notice how the mind comes in and tries to hijack this moment, and see how good it feels to say no thank you and just stay with this breath a little longer. One more chance to let something go. Yeah, maybe you lift that wrist up and come up on tented fingertips for the last breath. And now you can stay right here, or you can plant the left hand on top of the right, interlace the fingers and straighten into the arms. So you're pressing the left hand into the right, creating some space in the upper middle back, and then remembering to soften with each exhale. So we're not creating any tension in the neck, the shoulders, the face. One more breath, one more chance to let something go. Slowly come back up. Use your left hand to press up. Peel your right hand up. Twist open. Come back to your hands and your knees for one really slow round of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Exhale, round it out. I remember I need to lock the door. So go ahead and do that a couple more times with your own breath. After your next exhale, come back to that neutral spine. Press into the hands, lengthen the back of the neck. Inhale, the left hand heels up, twist over. Slowly thread the needle, left ear all the way down. Maybe right hand walks forward. Settle in. Yeah, maybe you lift that wrist up, coming up on tented fingertips here. Stay right here, or place your right hand on top of the left. Interlace your fingers and straighten into the arms. See how long you can hold on to this breath. See what you can let go of here. Use your focus and your awareness to let something go. Last chance. Slowly come back up. Use your right hand to help. Left hand peels up towards the sky. Twist open. Come back hands and knees for one really slow round of cat-cow. All right, now we're gonna curl the toes under. Lift the knees a couple inches. Let your head hang heavy. Really start to press into the fingers and knuckles as you slowly lift those knees and sit bones towards the top back corner of the room. Keep the knees deeply bent for now and find that nice long spine. Soften the trucks away from the ears. Let the head be heavy. Let the breath stay deep and slow. Now press the right heel down, bend the left knee even more. And switch, press the left heel down, bend the right knee. So move with your own breath, but try to keep the arms straight and strong. Try not to rock the weight from one hand to the other as you pedal out the feet. And then slowly walk the feet forward to meet the hands. And inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Now we're gonna let the arms hang down like dead weight. We're gonna move the body to make them move in a circle, like we're stirring a big pot. So the arms are just dead weight, they're not really doing anything. You're moving something to get them to make these circular motions. If you're not holding tension in the head, shake it out too. Now don't worry about the circles staying together, just kind of move around. Try to find this kind of fluid movement here, maybe switching directions or getting kind of wild with it. Feeling some things start to open up in the upper middle back. Start to press into the feet and try not to rock your feet, rock your weight from one foot to the other. Slowly come back to center. Inhale and lift up halfway. And exhale to fold. Grab your elbows behind your knees and pull your face into your legs. Soften your shoulders out of the ears. Maybe you start to straighten into the legs a little bit. Release your grip, tuck your chin to your chest, bend your knees, inhale here, exhale, slowly roll up. Let your head and arms stay heavy. Press into the feet. Lift the heart, roll the shoulders down the back. Now keep your knees where they're at, so you don't let them pop forward. Keep them stacked over the ankles. Just lower the booty back behind you. Reach your arms forward. Pull your shoulders back into their sockets, and then lift the arms up. Chins parallel to the ground, feet are pressing into the mat and energetically spreading away from each other to engage this internal rotation of the thighs. Look forward, unless you're finding a little back bend, you can look up a little bit, soften the shoulders down the back, soften your eyes. Your gaze is fixed on something, but not super intensely. It's a soft gaze, maybe just down your nose and nothing at all. Or maybe the spot that's not moving somewhere in front of you. Keep the heart lifted, draw the elbows back, and open the heart. And now drop the hands down, interlace the fingers, maybe the palms glue together. Exhale, fold forward, let your head become heavy. Now inhale, bend the knees, lower the booty back behind you, lift the heart up, sink into the chair. And exhale, fold again. Release the hands to the ground. Inhale, lift up halfway. Fill up all the way. So take one more sip and find a little more length in the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. And find a nice long line of energy here. Back of the neck is long, extension of your spine, yeah? Not looking forward, not letting the head hang down. Pressing into the hands to lift that space between the shoulders. Quads are lifting up off the knees, belly's drawing in and out. Breath is deep and slow. Find your strength here, find your stillness. And slowly lower the knees, and then the chest. And then the chin and your booty in the air, and take a deep breath into the low back. At any point, if you have a tricky back, you can just flatten down. Otherwise, maybe slowly drop the right hip towards the mat. Slowly back to center. And left hip drops towards the mat. Slowly back to center on top of the toes, flatten onto the tops of the feet. So your hands are still really active, your fingers are spread wide. Hug your body with your elbows, reach them back towards the feet. Press into the feet to lift the heart. We're not using the hands, except to pull the heart forward. Each exhale will soften through the shoulders, the jaw, the eyes. Each inhale is going to lift us up a little bit higher. Each exhale, we're going to let something go. If your lower back is saying, no, I'm not ready for this, then each exhale, you lower all the way back down. Maybe you start to press into the hands to straighten the arms, but you're still using the hands to pull the heart forward. Maybe you straighten all the way into the arms and lift the chin up and look up, and then soften before you slowly lower back down. Press it back to child's pose. Curl the toes, lift the knees a couple inches, let your head hang down. Slowly lift those knees and sit bones up, find that nice long spine. And then start to sink into the heels, maybe starting to straighten into the legs. So breathing through the nose is always a good practice in yoga, but especially right now, I feel like it keeps our germs to ourselves a little more. So it gives us even more incentive to stay with that ujjayi breath. Breathing through the nose. Slowly walk your hands back to meet your feet, back of the mat. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees, tuck your chin. Inhale here, exhale, slowly round up. Arms and head heavy, press into the feet. Grow as tall as you can, shine the heart forward, roll the shoulders down and back, soften. Inhale, arms up. Interlace your fingers, gluing your palms together, making one big fist. Step the right foot behind you, drop your arms to the left. Try to straighten the arms. Maybe you can squeeze the head the arms and glue the palms together. Keep softening on the exhale. Come back to center, step the left foot behind. Inhale, reaches up. Exhale, softens. Come back to center. Knees stay stacked over ankles, booty drops down. Elbows bend and draw back, back, back. Chin is parallel to the ground. Interlace the fingers. Maybe the palms glue together. Exhale, fold. Let your head be heavy. Reach the arms up and overhead. One more time, bend the knees, lower the booty, lift the heart. And exhale, fold. Release the hands to the mat, walk them forward. Find your plank. Find your strength. Find your focus, but not that intense focus where you're holding tension in the eyes and jaw. That soft focus, that soft gaze, where you're relaxing everything that's not being used currently. Slowly lower the knees, and then the chest, and then the chin, untuck the toes. Interlace the fingers behind you, maybe the palms glue together. Lift the shoulders above the mat. Draw the hands back more to draw the shoulders back. Press into the feet and lift the heart. Each exhale, soften. Press into the feet. Each inhale, you lift a little more. Try to keep the glutes soft. Exhale, what can you soften? One more breath. Slowly lower down, hands under shoulders, curl the toes. Lift the knees and quads, press up to plank. And lift up, downward facing dog. Obviously, you can always press back to child's pose instead. See if you can sink into the heels a little bit, softening the fronts of the ankles. Make sure you're letting your head be heavy. Yeah, shake it out if you're not sure. See if you can create a space, softening the traps away from the ears. And now inhale, lift the right foot up high. Come up on your tippy toes. And sink into that heel a little bit. Now, turn the toes out towards the windows to stack the hips. Press back through the heel a lot. Now start to feel this balance as the left foot presses down and the right foot presses back with equal pressure. And then keep drawing the right hip back as you bend the right knee to draw the right heel in towards the glute. And then point that knee up to the sky a little more. Arms are straight. Your weight is even in both hands. Your head is heavy. Your breath is deep. Twist open. Slowly come back to three-legged dog, squaring the hips, come up on the tippy toes. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, crescent lunge. Stack your knee right over your ankle. Inhale up, shoulders over hips, now sink in. Maybe the right thigh gets parallel to the ground. Hips are facing forward, manually adjust if you need to. Low belly in and up, heart lifts, reach up out of the waist. But don't forget to soften on each exhale. Fix your gaze on something. We're just gently gazing down the nose, but keeping the gaze steady, the breath steady. Find your strength, find your stillness. Keep your heart lifted, draw the elbows back, back, back. Interlace your fingers, maybe the palms move. Keep pressing the right knee forward, find a little backward bend. And then hinge forward, drop your head inside the knee. Keep pressing that knee forward. Let your head become heavy. Stay with this breath a little bit longer. Drag your body over towards the left, find a wide leg forward fold. Turn your toes in towards each other. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Release the hands to the ground. Now walk your hands forward into a wide leg downward facing dog. Let your head be heavy. So your hands are still shoulder width distance apart. Fingers are spread wide. Press into the hands to lift those sit bones up and back. Then maybe you come up on the tippy toes and sink back into the heels. Maybe you lift the toes up. Do that a couple more times. Don't forget to let something go. Keeping the face soft, the neck soft. And then sink into the heels. Walk your hands back till they're under the shoulders. Keep your left hand down. Roll your right arm up. And try to twist your heart up towards the ceiling. Your legs are straight and strong, or there's a little bend in your knees, but the bend is equal. So your lower body is symmetrical. Your weight is even in both your feet. Maybe you start to gaze up at the right hand and roll that right shoulder back. Maybe you bring the back of the right hand to the small of the back or grab that left hip and really twist open, rolling that right shoulder back. Let something go on this exhale and hold on to this breath. Release your right hand down, peel your left hand up, press down into the feet, And roll that left shoulder back. Maybe you rock a little weight to the balls of the feet and lift the sit bones up and back a little more. Maybe you tuck that hand back there or grab that right hip and really roll that left shoulder back. Slowly come back to center, lower the left hand down, bend the knees a little bit, bring the hands to the hips, and come on up. Turn all your toes to face the front of the mat. Come back into that crescent lunge. Lower the hands down, shoot the right foot up and back, three-legged dog. Come up on the tippy toes, sink into the heel, lower the right foot, downward facing dog. So even in your down dog, can you inhale length into the back or the back side of the body, the legs? And where can you exhale softness? Can you let that be your whole focus, using all of your awareness to stay with each breath, giving each breath that function will help you stay present, stay in the body. All right, inhale, lift the left foot high. Come up on the tippy toes, sink into the heel. Turn the toes over towards the own wall. Press back through the heel as you press down to the right heel. Arms are straight and strong. Head is heavy. Breath is deep. Keep rolling the left hip back as you draw that left heel in towards the left glute, bending the knee. Wipe the knee up to the ceiling a little more. Twist the hips open. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Slowly come back to three-legged dog. Come up on the tippy toes. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through like crescent lunge, set it up. Knee over ankle, shoulders over hips, sink in. Check those hips facing forward. Inhale, length. Exhale, softness. Maybe your hands come together and you gaze up with the thumbs. Find your breath, find your focus. It's soft, peaceful focus, not that intense thing we like to do. Keep the heart lifted, draw the elbows back, back, back. Interlace the fingers, maybe palms glue. Keep pressing left knee forward, find a little backward bend. Hinge forward, drop your head inside the knee. Keep pressing the left knee forward. Let your head be heavy. Let your breath be deep. Slowly drag it over towards the right, towards the windows. Yeah, find that wide leg forward fold. Turn the toes in. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Release the hands to the mat. Turn them around so your fingers are pointing back behind you and walk them back a little more. Maybe you take a little wider step as we start to draw our head down towards the mat. Maybe rocking a little weight into the balls of the feet to lift the sit bones up and back. Maybe starting to straighten into the legs. Find your breath. Let something go on this exhale. See how long you can hold on to this inhale. Slowly walk the hands back under the shoulders. Little bend in the knees, hands to hips. Slowly come on up. Turn all the toes to face the top of the mat. Find that crescent lunge. Cartwheel the hands down, shoot the left foot up and back. Three-legged dog, come up on the toes. Sink into the heel on the exhale, lower the left foot down. Find your breath. Find your stillness. Find your strength. One more breath here. See if you can melt the heart down towards the knees a little bit. Melting the belly towards the thighs, but also hollowing the belly out. Slowly walk the hands back to meet the feet. Inhale to lift up halfway. And exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Press into the feet, come all the way up. Interlace the fingers, make one with your fists, glue the palms, try to squeeze the head. Step the right foot behind you, drop the arms to the left. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to soften. Come back to center, left foot behind. Come back to center, and lower the hands down by your sides. Step your feet as wide as your hips. Reach your arms forward so they're parallel to the ground. Keep the shoulders in the sockets and soften them down. So we're going to keep the same knees, same distance between our hands, our knees, and our feet. Keep the knees stacked right over the ankles, just lower the booty back behind you. See if you can get the thighs parallel to the ground. Those are light, but keep them grounded if you can. Pull the belly in, draw the upper body back. So you can look down for a second if you want to check the distance between your hands and knees and the feet to make sure it's the same. And see if your thighs are parallel to the ground. If not, see if you can lower your booty more. But then you'll look forward so your chin is parallel to the ground. Shoot some energy out through the fingers. Soften it anywhere you can. Keep your gaze steady and fixed. Breath deep and slow. Good job. Slowly come up. Now come up on the tippy toes. And we'll roll forward into the knees. Same thing, same distance between the hands and the knees and the feet. See if you can get your thighs parallel to the ground. See what you can soften on the exhale. Stay focused. See if you can come up a little higher on the toes. Yeah, shaking is normal. It means you're doing it right. Good job. Slowly come back up. Lower the heels. Squeeze the knees together. So we're not really tucking the tailbone under. We're just kind of lengthening the spine by dropping the tailbone. Imagine you have a tail. And just dropping it down. Yeah? And now slowly slide down the wall. Imagine you're pressing your back into a wall or sliding down it. Your heels might start to just come up off the ground a little bit. That's okay. See if you can come down to your hips. You're just a couple inches away from your heels. And then squeeze your knees together. Roll them forward and down so your thighs are parallel to the ground. Arms are parallel to the ground. Find your breath. If you feel okay, maybe you can start to balance. Stay with your breath. Now way slower than you want to. Start to come back up. Step your feet together, hands by your sides, close your eyes. Slow your breath down. Feel this sensation of having a body. And instead of experiencing it as burning in the thighs, maybe we experience it as gratitude for having a strong, able body. So we try it again just to see if we can do that. You don't have to Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, lengthen forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands forward. Find your nice long plank. And roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Peel the right hand up, side plank. If you need to, go ahead and lower the left knee down. That's fine. Press into the hand, lift the hips a little higher. Yeah, maybe that right leg lifts up off the ground. Reach your right arm up alongside the ear, lengthen out. Then step the right foot behind you and flip it over. Relax your head and your neck. Reach through the fingers. Let something go. Come back to plank. Lower through chaturanga. Always feel free to skip the vinyasa. If your wrists or shoulders aren't feeling like 100%, you skip the vinyasa. Sometimes just a couple of vinyasas are enough, and then you just skip them and come back to down dog. Check in with your body. Sink into those heels a little bit. Yeah. Inhale, roll it forward into plank. And roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Yeah. Peel the left hand up. Yeah, drop the knee if you need to, otherwise lift those hips a little higher. Find your breath. Left arm up alongside the ear, lengthen out. Step it back, flip it over, lift the hips, lift the heart. Imagine pressing the heart towards the front of the room. Reach the fingers towards the front of the room. Relax the head and the neck and let something go. Come back to plank, lower through chaturanga or optional vinyasa. Meet back in downward facing dog. All right, now keep your hands where they're at and lower the elbows down to the ground for dolphin pose. Yeah, walk your feet in a little more, let your booty go up, let your head be heavy. You're really rooting down into the hands and forearms. Imagine you're pressing forward like you're trying to stretch the mat out. See if you can sink into the heels a little bit. Maybe you're lifting one leg up here. Maybe you're working on kicking up. If you're lifting one leg, make sure to even things out. And whenever you're done playing around, find a child's pose. But feel free to take your time here if you're working on something. In that child's pose, see if you can. Let's breathe together. So empty all the air. And then let's inhale for 5. Hold it at the top. We'll take just as long to exhale for 5. So maybe you can even make it last a little longer, but let's recommit for the second half of class to staying right here in the body with this breath. So I know that we all want peace. We want more peace in the world. I think everybody does. But we all lack the discipline to stay focused on the things we really want. We let our minds wander around, often thinking about the things we don't want or worrying. So just for the next half hour, not even half hour, see if you can commit to just staying in this place of presence, this place of peace. And every time the mind tries to convince you there's something better you should be doing with your thoughts, say no thank you. And if it helps, you come back to counting the seconds of your breath. That's a good hack to stay present when your mind is being adamant. And that trick too, just imagining inhaling length and exhaling softly, so we'll keep you right here as well. So don't worry at all about how you've done so far. Just starting right now, and starting with each breath, you get a new chance to start over. When you're ready, come up, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right foot high, come up on the tippy toes. Exhale, draw your right knee to your right armpits. Hold here for strength, or maybe find an arm balance. Your shoulders are stacked over your wrists, the back of your neck's long, you're pressing into your hands. And now drag it over to the left armpit, straighten that leg out to the side. Maybe you plant the foot down on the ground, or keep it lifted, peel the left hand out. Find your breath. Slowly lower the left hand back down. Bring the right knee back to the right armpit and step the right foot outside the right hand. You can stay up on the left toes or lower the left knee down. You can stay up on the hands or lower the forearms down. See if you can keep that right knee hugging in against your shoulder. Let your head become heavy. And stay with this breath. And don't forget to soften on each exhale. And if you forget, don't worry, because I'll remind you over and over and over. Slowly come back up onto the hands, curl the left toes, lift the left knee, step the left foot up to the outside of the left hand, find a deep yogic squat. Lower the booty down, start to push the knees open, drawing the thumbs in towards the heart. Now find length in the spine, shine the heart forward, roll the shoulders back, soften through the shoulders. Now really push the hands together to push the knees apart. Interlace your fingers, glue your palms together, one fist. Arms reach forward, parallel to the ground, and down to your neck, parallel to the ground, so you can squeeze your head with your arms. Turn your toes to face forward. Keep your knees stacked over your ankles. Lift your booty to your thighs and parallel to the ground. Whole upper body is touching lower body, belly's drawing in out of the way. Everything's parallel to the ground. See if you can glue the palms and straighten into the arms. Find a little more length from your sit bones out to your knuckles. Press into the feet, come all the way up, reach up out of the waist. Now keep your knees where they're at, lower the booty behind you. Keep the heart lifted, bend at the elbows, draw them back. Interlace the fingers, maybe palms glue. Exhale, fold. Release the hands down. Slowly round up, arms and head heavy. Heart lifts, shoulders roll down the back. Good job, guys. Now we're going to lift the right heel up into the center line of the body. If you'd rather just do tree pose, go right ahead. Otherwise, right heel comes up into the center line, cup the toes with the left fingers, and bring the right hand to the heart. So scoop the hips forward a little bit and let the right knee fall back. And we're really rooting down into the left foot to grow a little taller on the inhale and softer on the exhale. Maybe right hand reaches around. We're trying to grab a big toe, but we'll settle for the elbow and start to work our way down. And then we'll reestablish our connection with the left foot, pressing it down. Left quad lifting up. Hips scooping forward, knee falling back. Inhale, lengthen, grow visibly taller. Exhale, soften, grow visibly softer. Gaze is steady and fixed. Breath is deep and slow. Can you hold on to this breath just a little bit longer? Can you let something go on the exhale? Slowly, gently release. Good balance, guys. Press the right foot down and lift the left heel up. Right into that center line. Cut the toes. Left hand to heart. Set it up. Hips pressing forward. Knee falling back. Inhaling to lengthen. So we're either just gazing down the nose. It doesn't have to be at anything at all. Not like you're trying to blur your gaze. You're just not like intensely trying to see whatever it is you're resting your gaze on. Soften on the exhale. Maybe left hand reaches around. Maybe you grab that big toe. Reestablish from the foundation up. Slowly, gently release. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive, lean with the heart. Draw the belly in and up out of the way. Hold a little deeper. Inhale, lift up halfway. One more sip. Exhale, chaturanga, optional vinyasa, meeting back and downward facing dog. Yeah, way to skip it if you need to. Way to check in with the body. This is your practice. Sometimes chaturangas are a little bit much. A lot of weight on the wrists and shoulders. All right, inhale, lift the left foot high, come up on the tippy toes. Left knee, left armpit. Hold here for strength to find an arm balance. Back of the neck is long, arms are straight and strong. Find your breath. Drag it over to the right armpit and then straighten that leg out. Lower it down if you like. Peel the right hand up. Twist the heart open. Let something go on the exhale. Lower the right hand down. Drag that left knee back over to the left armpit and step it outside that hand. Stay up on the toes or lower the knee down. Maybe you lower down to the forearms and let the head become heavy. One more chance to let something go. Back up one of the hands, curl the right toes under, step the right foot forward to that deep yogic squat. Lower the sit bones down, lengthen the spine, press the knees open to create space to draw the thumbs in towards the heart. Now keep the sit bones heavy and hook that right forearm under the shin and plant that hand down real heavy. Sit bones heavy, peel the left hand up. Use some leverage to roll that left shoulder back. Soften the shoulders, the face, the jaw. Gaze is soft and steady. Let something go. And release. Hook that left forearm under that shin. Plant it down. Sit bones stay heavy. Right hand peels up. Gaze follows. Soften the shoulders on the exhale. Soften the jaw. The eyes twist open. Slowly come back to center. And now just lift the sit bones up into that forward fold. Shake the head a little bit. And slowly round up. Let your arms and head stay heavy. Press into the feet, lift the heart. Roll the shoulders down the back. Let's see, should we move around sometimes? Yeah.
I'm not balanced today. I'm like getting stuck up.
Bring your right hand out to the side. Lift your right foot up. Grab your ankle from the inside. And bring your knees together to touch. Bring your left hand up, reach up, and then hinge forward as you kick that right heel up and back on that hand. Imagine you're trying to straighten the right leg, like standing splits, just so that you get the right direction of the kick, kicking up and back. Reach your fingers forward a little bit. Imagine dropping the right hip a little bit, but kicking up into that hand. Let something go on the exhale. Keep your gaze steady and soft. One more time, reach forward and kick. Slowly, gently come back up and release. Left hand out to the side. Grab the left ankle, right on the bone, knees touch. Right arm reaches up. Reach forward, kick up and back, drawing your shoulders into one line. So if I were to look back at you, your left shoulder would be hidden behind your right. So we're not opening the hip to the side like dancer pose. We're dropping the knee down and then kicking up and back. Find your breath. Find some softness on this exhale. Hold on to this breath. And slowly come back up and release. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, optional vinyasa. Kneeling back and downward facing dog. All right, inhale, lift the right foot high. Come up on your tippy toes. Exhale, right knee, left armpit. Drag it back to the right armpit. Lower it down to the right wrist and kick the right foot out like half pigeon. Wiggle the left toes back. Lower the left knee down. Walk the hands back with the hips and pop up like a pigeon. Try to drop that right hip a little bit. Try to level the hips out. And keep this length in the spine. Imagine you're tiptoeing out to the edge of the cliff, trying to peek over the cliff. To keep that length, and then lower your forehead. If your forehead won't come all the way to the mat, no problem, just stack your arms. If it still won't reach your arms, stack your fists or use a block. Get your forehead resting here so that you can relax a little more. So the center of your forehead is resting on something. See if you can soften that space, the center of your forehead. See if you can imagine inhaling through that space, all the way into the spot where you feel this stretch the most. See if you can hold on to this breath and fill it all the way up. On the exhale, see if you can give your body permission to release some of this tension we're holding on to. See if you can imagine the same feeling we have when we let go of that tension in our shoulders and our face. Can you imagine that same motion is the motion of having faith? So we're having faith that we don't need to hold it all together in our jaw, in our neck. Having faith that we can let go and that everything's going to be okay. So some of this tension we've created in our body serves a purpose, right? It's strength. It's protecting us from injury. But we're letting go and having faith that we're not going to stretch too far. We're not going to fall apart. So see if you can feel that. That having faith and letting go on each exhale. Feeling this tension dissolve. You're always sending a message, not only to the entire universe, but to your body. By breathing like this, you're sending a message that everything's okay, that it's safe, and that allows it permission to unwind a little bit more. Slowly come back up onto the hands. Now it will roll to the outside of the right hip and sweep the left foot up and around flat on the ground. So try to get the left glute down. If that heel's in the way, slide it out. We're going to turn and twist to the left, planting the left fingertips at the base of the spine to lengthen. Reach the right hand up, turn and twist to the left. Now, bring out the spine. Pull that left shoulder back more. Just be mindful of the neck. Just let the gaze gently follow the shoulder. So go ahead and push your elbow into your knee and bring your spine out. Inhale, lengthen to the spine. Press the sit bones down, lengthen up. Chin is parallel to the ground. Exhale, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Let everything go and then twist a little more. After you're empty, you'll find that little more space. See how long you can hold on to this inhale. See how long you can make your spine. See what you can let go of on the exhale and then twist a little more. One more breath and make it count. All right, keep the depth of your twist by pushing your elbow into your knees. Slowly, slowly, just your head turns to gaze over your right shoulder, past your right shoulder, Now let that tension melt down the shoulders, down the back, deep in the twist one more time, and let go one more time. Slowly, gently unwind through center, find a little counter twist on the right. And come back up. And now unwind, just cross the ankles. It's an optional vinyasa, or just slowly make your way back to down dog. Maybe you want to shoot it back. Maybe you just want to slowly step it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot up high, come up on the toes. Exhale, left knee, right armpit. Drag it back to the left armpit. Drop it down to the wrist, kick the foot out, half pigeon. Wiggle the toes back, lower the knee down. Pop the chest up, walk the hands back with the hips and try to level the hips. Keep the leg in the spine as you tiptoe out to the edge. Get right into it. Get your forehead resting on something. Soften that center of the forehead. Inhale there all the way down into the spot. You know the spot. Feel it all the way up, and then maybe just a little bit more. And then make the exhale last just as long. See if you can feel that message you're sending to your body. That permission to relax. Most of our waking hours, we're in some degree of fight or flight. Our breath gets shallow, our immune system shuts down. Our body is prepared to literally have to run for our life, sending blood into your feet. And in those times, the major systems of your body can't function properly. And when you breathe like this, all of those systems can function properly. This is nurturing your immune system, your digestion. Because even when we sleep, that stuff doesn't all get a break. It depends on the restfulness of your sleep. See if you can recommit the last 10 minutes we have here today to staying right here in the body, this breath, with the sensation. And slowly come back up. Onto the hands, roll to the outside of the left hip, sweep the right foot up and around, flat. Lower the right heel, if you have to slide that ankle out, you can. Turn and twist to the right, plant the fingertips, reach the left hand up. Put the elbow on the knee for leverage. Now use that leverage. Roll that right shoulder back, back, back. Gaze gently follows. Inhale, lengthen the sit bones up to the crown. Chin is parallel to the ground. Exhale, soften the shoulders out of the ears. Soften anywhere you can. Deepen your twist. So you might notice the spinal twist is always at the end because we have to get really nice and warm before we can even get into the spine. So we have really tight muscles all around it. So before we can even get in there to kind of stretch the spine out, we have to kind of stretch everything else out first. So we're all warmed up for this pose. Go ahead and make it count. One more breath, one more chance. Okay, keep the depth. Just slowly your head turns. Gaze over the left shoulder and beyond. Deepen the twist by pushing the elbow into the knee and rolling that right shoulder back. Let that tension melt down the shoulders. Slowly, gently unwind through center. Find a counter twist on the left. And slowly come back up. Okay, we'll place both of our feet flat on the ground. We'll reach our hands forward and slowly roll back onto the mat. And we're gonna roll it right back into a plow pose. See if you can get your toes to touch the ground behind your head. Do not turn your head from side to side in this pose. Relax your head and your neck. Notice how it gets hard to breathe here and see if you can use all your focus and awareness to keep that deep, slow, steady flow coming in through the nose. And notice that if you keep softening through the neck, through the shoulders, that'll change this pose. It'll make it less about your neck and more about that curve in your spine. Feel that as you soften a little more. Let something go. Bring the hands to the low back, create a shelf for your hips, straighten the legs up towards the ceiling, stacking hips over shoulders, feet over hips. Zip your legs together, reach up through the balls of the feet, find your breath. Soften through the neck and the face, lift the feet a little higher. One more breath. Slowly lower back into cloud pose and try to soften right into it. We're just gonna stay for 2 breaths. See if you can let something go. Yeah, reach your hands towards the front of the room, press down into the palms, use them as the brakes, slow as you can go. 1 vertebrae at a time lowers down. Feel some little micro adjustments happening here as you realign the spine. Keep your head and neck soft. Once your booty touches the ground, straighten the legs up towards the ceiling. If you have a tricky low back, tuck your hands under your booty with your palms facing down. We're going to take 20 seconds to lower the feet down. Keep the feet flexed. Kick out through the heels, toes drawing in towards the face. Start to lower the legs slowly down. Keep softening through the neck, the face, the shoulders. Keep kicking through the heels, almost halfway. Stay with your breath. Keep the belly drawing in. Yeah, once you lower all the way down, maybe you pop into a fish pose, pressing into the elbows to lift your heart up. Rooting down into the elbows to open the heart. Reaching the crown of your head towards the mat behind you. Zip the legs together. Reach out through the balls of the feet. Maybe the feet lift up. Good. And release. Hug your knees into your chest. If there's any one last pose your body's craving, go ahead and do that now. When you're ready, we'll go ahead and come into our final pose, corpse pose. Yeah, if you want to do a happy baby or a little back bend, if you want to do another twist. When you're ready, we'll let our legs go along the mat. Spread our feet as wide as the mat. Let our toes fall open. Yeah. One more time, we'll tuck the chin just a little bit to lengthen the back of the neck. And now see if you can let go of the effort of trying to soften on each exhale. But just feel it happening. Feel each exhale helping you unwind a little more without the effort. Almost like you're being breathed. See if you can become the body, become the breath. Just observe the body. Notice what you, the breath, can do for the body. Notice the body softening and releasing when you become more present. Giving yourself permission to let go just a little bit more. Letting yourself receive this message that you are enough. There's nowhere else that you're supposed to be. Nothing you need to become. invite a deep breath in the nose all the way down into the toes. Invite movement back into your fingers, into your toes. And invite yourself to stay in this place of calm. It's always right here for you. We'll roll onto our right side. And instead of thinking about this at the end of your practice today, think about this as just the beginning. This was just to get you in this space. Now the real practice is seeing how long you can stay in this place of awareness, of presence. Maybe choosing to stay with each breath as long as you can, or choosing to continue to soften on each exhale. Keep that softness in your gaze. When you're ready, we'll come back up to a seat. We'll inhale the arms up overhead, squeeze the palms together, lift everything up. Exhale, hands to heart. Let the head bow to the wisdom of the heart. Lift the thumbs to the space above the eyebrows and take a moment to thank yourself for showing up. May all beings everywhere be free from pain and suffering. May our thoughts and actions in some way contribute to that. Namaste.